All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another live New York session. And again, this is Paul McMillan II, and it is June 27, 2022. Let me check a few things here, and then we'll be ready to go. Okay, good. So we're going to be marking up NAS100. And of course, the first thing we're going to do is mark up from the 15-minute time frame to the 4-hour time frame. So we're going to go all the way back in price to see what price has been doing for the last couple of weeks to get an idea of what more likely it's going to do in the future. So let me pause this recording and do that. All right, guys. So this is as far as back as price goes. So we're going to put a vertical line here. And now I'm going to start marking up institutional support and resistance. And once again, institutional support and resistance is basically areas where in the past, the institutions have gathered a lot of liquidity and made their best moves, or their biggest moves rather. And so these are the type of moves that you actually want to be consistently in, because you want to trade with the banks and not against them. So that's why I always mark up those areas to identify them. See a little bit of a good area here. Draw one all the way at the bottom down here. Matter of fact, this might be good. And then what I like to do once I do that is draw my zones on top of these areas. So when I draw these areas, this gives me an idea. This gives me an idea of where price is interacting with these zones. Makes them very accurate. This up. Right. Now, I'm going to move on to the 30-minute time frame. Right, so this is for the 30-minute time frame, and as you can see, this is the 15-minute vertical line. So then what I'm going to actually do here, I'm going to take another vertical line and put it there. Then I'm going to do another one here. I'm going to make this green. Put that there. And I mark up these areas because these are key areas where the institutions are actually making the biggest moves in. So respecting these areas. So that's what I want to do. So now we go to the 1-hour time frame. And I'm going to put a vertical line here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another horizontal line. And I can see that price respected this area a lot. here and make this move up to here. So we're going to make this red. And then I'm going to put this one down here. Market structure is very important when you're trying to figure out when the institutions are making their biggest moves. That's what you want to look for. So now we're going to move on to the 4-hour time frame. And I'll go all the way to current price. And so I'm going to mark up, this is going to be our demand zone, okay? Demand zone is the very bottom zone where buyers gather a lot of liquidity and make the moves to the upside like it did here, all right? And then of course, this is our latest supply zone. So now that I've marked that up, go back to the 15-minute time frame. And so look that we marked up a zone here. Might probably bring this up just a little bit more. And so now we're at current price. And we see here that price is currently an uptrend. You can kind of see that on the RSI here. And we really see that here. So I could say that price is trending in an uptrend. You can clearly see that. So then the question is really figuring out if price is going to take another break to the upside, or are they going, or is it going to break structure and decide to go bearish according to whatever imbalance gap that they want to fill. So I'm going to put here, I want to say bullish. Put that there. Then I'm going to look for the most recent high, the most recent low. I'm going to use my higher high, lower low strategy indicator. So this is the most recent high. So I will look for this. As far as the buy, this is probably the most recent low here. So I would need to see price break this line in this trend line and consider it reversing into a bearish trend. So I'm going to set my breaking retest lines here. Right. Then I'm going to turn this off. Now, that's what I'm going to be looking for. Very next thing I'm going to do is just turn on the supply demand indicator. Now, when I use this indicator, and let me actually bring this up to here. First of all, let's try something. So when we use this supply demand indicator, it's the smart money indicator for institutions. And this is what shows us all the imbalances, imbalance gaps that price has created. And since they did a buy order, it created this very strong uptrend. So they made a lot of money off of this buy, but there's a lot of sell orders that got left open, which also put them in the negative. So they came back and mitigated this area to take care of that. So they might come back down and mitigate this area and then maybe buy up and fill this imbalance here. Or they might just bring price all the way down here and fill that. It really depends on what the banks want to do. So the key is waiting for that true breakout to the upside and catching that move to this imbalance mitigation here, or vice versa. And these are the type of moves that you want to get into once they make that move. So first thing I'm going to do is plant my risk to reward tools and set up my risk to reward trades. Now, if price decides to sell, I want to get at least a risk to reward of 1. So then I would be setting my stop loss here, because if price break and retest and truly goes down to this move, then more than likely price is probably not going to reverse so quickly to hit my stop loss, but anything can happen. So if price sells, then I want to get at least, probably would say at least this amount of pips and NAS. And then I would probably use this as a second take profit, because it might hit this mitigation area in reverse. And this is TP2 for me. All right. Now, if price decides to buy up, I want to set my risk to reward true for that. Give me a second, guys. Let me do one thing. Pause this recording. Okay, I'm back. So again, as I was saying, if price decides to buy up, then I'm probably going to bring my stop loss maybe up to this point. And then as far as how many pips or NAS I would get, I would probably at least get 500 here. And then I would be looking for price to at least hit this point and maybe mitigate this area. And then maybe reverse and switch down. That's what I would be looking for. So this would be TP1. That is 630 plus pips, right? And this one, this would be 550 plus pips. Plus pips. So that's what I'll be. That's what I would be doing. So let me go ahead and set my alerts, and then we're gonna move on to the next step. Be right back. All right. So now that I got my alerts set, so the very next thing I'm going to do is turn on my Delorean EMA indicator. Typically, this is really the only EMA indicator I really use, because it gives me all the moving averages that I need to look at to see exactly where price is at. Anytime when the yellow EMA crosses the red EMA and is either above or below the EMA, there's usually a sign of a very strong trend candle forming, kind of like what happened here on the upside. And sometimes it's a sign of a very strong trend, whether, it's on the upside or downside. And you can see a lot of examples of this. So I would say at this point, price is definitely overall bullish because price is still above the 50 EMA. Now, if for some reason price starts to reverse, and I see that the yellow EMA crosses the red EMA this way and it crosses the moving average, and especially if it breaks this, it's usually a sign of a very strong trend coming. But if price continues to go up here and break above here and buy up, then I know that it still have another bullish run to go. But we need to be sure if price is going to continue to either go bullish by crossing this direction, going bearish by crossing this direction. Then we'll be able to get into that true move. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is actually post my rules here. I got trading rules for my indices. So typically I like to wait at the 9:45 to the 12 o'clock bell to see truly where price want to go. Because the thing about it is the institutions love to fake out retail traders in order to gather stop losses so they can build their liquidity and then make the true move. So that's something they're going to do when the market opens up at 9:30. They're going to try to stomp everybody out and then do their true move. So that's my rule of thumb is to wait to the 9:45 bell at the earliest to see when price is going to truly go that direction. So what I'm going to do is actually pause this recording and we'll wait until the 9:30 bell. We've got about a couple hours. The New York session is going to be opened up in about over 10 minutes. But we're going to look and see exactly when it's really going to go. So stay tuned. All right, guys, so to give you guys an update on the 8:15 candle, we're about to be entering the 8:30 candle, which is the news candle soon. So once we hit that, we're going to actually see what type of news we're going to be under. So stay tuned. We got about 3 minutes. We've got about 15 seconds left before the 8:30 candle. And that's when the news is going to set in. So we'll see where we're at. Let's see. So we got it's testing the EMA. It's testing the EMA. But let's see who's with here. Sellers have started to control. We'll see. Sell signal here. Pause this recording, wait for the next candle. All right, guys, so just to let you guys know, we are at the 8:45 candle for 8:49. So I'm probably not going to record again until we get close to the 9:30 bell, unless price does something big before then. So just stay tuned, but probably a huge possibility that NAS is going to probably sell. But we'll know for sure. 9:30 bell to 9:45, we're starting to put that sniper entry like that. Hey guys, here's another note. Here's another reason why I think it's a possibility that NAS could drop. If I take the fib from the most recent high up here to the most recent low down here, looks like price is resisting the 2360. And if that's the case, then that's a sign that it probably will drop some more. So we'll know for sure at the 9:30 bell. We are at the 9 o'clock candle. So we got another 30 minutes. We'll see. All right, so the 9:30 bell has activated. I'm going to start going berserk now to see it. It falls, and looks like it might be buying up. Might be buying up like you said, Sylvia. Hold on. We'll see. Might wait for the 9:45 bell though. So I'll pause this recording. We'll see where we're at soon. Looks like price possibly looks like it's probably going to sell. So I'm definitely going to wait for the 9:45 candle and see if we can get in for a sell. So we got another 12 minutes. We'll see what happens. Looks like Nas is about to drop, but I'm gonna wait for that 9:45 bell unless price keeps on pushing down to here. But I'm gonna wait for that next candle to close down first and then push. It might be pushing past. You'll see a wick there.
I'm here. Look like it's about to sell.
I'm there. It's dropping. I'm in there, y'all. Oh, wait. Already made my profit, $281 in demo. Now I'm about to trail this thing. Let's see if we keep on pushing. Let me pause this recording real quick here. Stop loss has been trailed and it's still dropping. Let me share my other phone screen here. Look at that drop. It's crazy. So as you can see, $285 profit. Love it, love it, love it. So now, second partial straight trade still running. Let me trail my stop loss. I'm gonna share my main screen here. Let's trail this stop loss hard now. $78 in profit. Trail it to here. Stop loss trailed. Now we in there. Just let the second trade ride. It's got me on a profit. There we go. So now I'm going to show you second profit trade. Man, that thing dropped. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. There we go. $352 profit. Love it. I'm gonna pause this recording and see if price drops a little bit harder. Be right back. My price is dropping even more. This is amazing. I believe it's close to my first take profit. This was about 510 pips and it's still pushing. I'm gonna see if it has my take profit. If it does, then I'm gonna end this session. This was a nasty drop. Very nasty drop. About to hit it. I'm gonna set the alarm for this. Set it again. I don't know why my alarm didn't go off, but it hit my first take profit here. So that's about, let's see, about 580 plus pips. So it's a good session and it's still dropping. My geez. My goodness, my goodness, my goodness, my goodness. Guys, I'm going to end this session. See you guys next time we knock this out. Take care.